because 7 is a brand new item. It says, given the status of an operator's complaint, all I/O indicators, including blown fuse indicators and processor logic, identify a faulted part. Given a copy of the logic as it would appear on a programming terminal and a drawing depicting the physical layout of the machine with all indicators reflecting the state of the machine and processor statuses, we want them to identify what went wrong on this paper exercise of troubleshooting. We're going to give them all the indications. So we've got a series of exercises now that provide the students all the information that they would see in an actual machine. We've got the status of the machine itself, the physical status. We've got the logic highlighted as it stopped in that step in the sequence. We got every input and output light indicated. We got a blown fuse lights. We have processor logic faults and so on. And now we start working on this troubleshooting methodology. So this being the state of a machine, and we have them, the very first exercise is from this fictitious machine, you come up with a sequence diagram. So they study the logic, they study how it's piped, how it's wired, they come up with a sequence diagram. We go through the sequence diagram on the board to make sure everybody has it 100% correct. Then, now we give them a bug in this paper system. We show them all the I/O lights, we show them all the logic states, we show them all the logic indications and blown fuse indications on the modules, and we give them the operator's complaint. Now you tell us what's wrong. So here they got all the pieces to the puzzle, and they struggle and they're guessing and they're taking the logic and they're reading it from the start down, which is the worst thing you can do, troubleshooting a machine, and they don't know where to look first and second. And you kind of have a good time with them and say, okay, stop. Let's give you some order, some methodology to follow. And this is where we start developing now a logical order for the troubleshooting, and I can give you our recommended order. And this is only for a sequencing machine. This does not apply to electronics. This does not apply to process control, but it does apply to sequencing machines. So step number 1, talk to the operator. And we discuss it. What's the operator going to tell you? And why would you do this, number 1? So we have a whole methodology that we go through that says, here's how you're going to solve problems on a machine, and we do it with the logic and without the logic. So we run through a series of exercises with the logic, and it's actually easier to fix it with the logic. So what we're doing here is, with a paper-based system, developing the order in which the methodology in which they're going to solve, they're going to troubleshoot sequencing machines. Sometimes you need the logic. Sometimes you need to know what happened and is now gone. You had a pulse that was going to strobe that action. Well, that's something you don't see in an I/O module. But you are more than welcome to anything and everything that we have that allows us to lay this foundation. Because the next step, obviously, is, well, if you can do it on paper, let's see if you can do it on the machine. And this is where the AMTech simulator just shines. Every part of the machine is made to be bugged. So I can take proximities, and they're all on swivels. I can take the photo pickups, and they're all on swivels. All right? I can bug this machine. It's very easy to bug this machine, and we do bug it, and we put the students on it. They generate a sequence diagram. They learn the manual control of it, and then we start bugging the machine, and they have to come down and clear the bugs on it. Again, they do not touch the logic. They do not get inside the main panel. They don't know anything about VFDs, but we're still enabling them to fix 75, 80%, 85% of the problems on the floor. And our students are all working. In the program that we have, they're in school for 8 weeks, and they go back to the plant for 8 weeks. So they actually get a chance to apply this. And we've had some tremendous feedback from the students that the system and the methodology that we introduced does work.